On today's episode of things you probably never Googled before, the history of the pen. Believe it or not, pens have been around for over 5,000 years, which means that humans have been writing for over 5,000 years. And the earliest form of writing was done on clay tablets, also known as cuneiforms. And as you can imagine, it wasn't the easiest process, but it got the job done. Clay tablets were developed by the Sumerian scribes in ancient Iraq. They used reeds to wedge shapes and symbols on wet clay. Once the clay dried, the writing was made permanent. And this generally meant two things. One, these writings could last for centuries. Two, there is no magic eraser and these writings could last for centuries. Since then, the evolution of writing tools has been fascinating. Let's take a look. Ancient Egypt, 3000 BC. The first ink pen was invented. They were made by cutting and shaping a reed stalk to create a nib that could be dipped in ink. They would dip it in ink and use it to write on paper made from the same plant. Now isn't that super interesting? Now fast forward to the 19th century when a brilliant inventor named Lewis Waterman had an idea. What if we could make a pen that didn't need constant dipping and could write more smoothly? And so the first fountain pen was invented. This type of pen used a reservoir of ink and a nib to write, and it was a game changer for people who wrote a lot because it allowed them to write continuously without having to dip their pen in ink. Dipping pen in ink every minute was quite the arm workout, and we all know writers aren't the most athletic people. Since the 19th century, pens have come in many different shapes, sizes, and materials. Nowadays, pens are made from different materials such as plastic, metal, and even wood. But how are pens actually made? Well, the manufacturing process depends on the type of pen being made. For example, plastic pens are made by injecting molten plastic into a mold. On the other hand, metal pens are made by stamping and cutting the metal into a desired shape. Allow me to walk you through the process of making common pens. Step 1. Raw material preparation. The first step in manufacturing a pen is prepare the raw materials, of course. Most common pens are made of plastic, metal, or a combination of both. The raw materials are typically in the form of pellets or bars, and they're melted and molded into the desired shape. Next is molding. The melted plastic or metal is injected into a mold that is the shape of the pen body. The mold is usually made of steel or aluminum and is designed to create the shape and features of the pen, including the clip, cap, and barrel. After that, we have cooling and trimming. After the plastic or metal has been injected into the mold, it is cooled and solidified. Once the pen body has cooled, it is removed from the mold, and any excess material is trimmed away. Now we have assembly. The next step in the process is to assemble the pen. This involves putting together the various components of the pen, including the ink cartridge, spring, and ballpoint tip. And now we have the ink filling. Once the pen components are assembled, the pen is ready to be filled with ink. This is typically done by inserting the ink cartridge into the pen barrel and allowing the ink to flow into the ballpoint tip. Quality control. Finally, the pen undergoes a series of quality control tests to ensure that it meets the manufacturer's specifications. This involves testing the ink flow, the durability of the pen, and the quality of the writing. And now we have packaging. Once the pen has passed all quality control tests, it is ready to be packaged and shipped to retailers or customers. It's pretty amazing how much effort goes into making a pen. But with all the technology we have today, one can't help but wonder if the pen is still a useful tool. And to that I say, heck yeah. Studies have shown that the act of writing by hand improves memory and cognition. Pens allow us to connect with our thoughts and ideas in a way that digital writing cannot replicate. Not to mention that pens are still widely used in many industries, including art, architecture, and design. Using a pen when sketching ideas or working on designs allows for more precision and control. So, yes, pens are still important, and they continue to evolve. Today we have an endless variety of pens to choose from. Gel pens, rollerball pens, felt tip pens, pens that double as styluses for touchscreens, pens that have erasers built in, and even pens that can write in zero gravity. So, the next time you pick up a pen to write something down, remember the long and interesting journey it took to get to your hand. If you watched till the end and enjoyed this video, you're probably a nerd like myself and would like more of my videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share with your network so you can see more of this. See you next time. Thanks.